Hello. All right, how are you guys doing today? So, I wanted to do a little bit of a vlog, a little bit of a haul, a little bit, I feel like this is a little bit old school for some reason. So, I'm looking down because I have stuff kind of scattered about. I feel like I have a fair amount of things and I feel like I am forgetting a lot, but then I think it's good for me to just show you what I have here, or else I will get like overwhelmed trying to get everything that I've bought over the past X amount of time. So anyway, some things are bigger, some things are just kind of minor, but I thought they kind of fit, so I would include them in here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. All right. This is one thing that I've shown before, I've talked about before in my last video, but I want to show it again because it goes with something new that I've recently bought. And I've talked about this new thing before it came in, I think it was my last video, but anyway, so this is the Omniluxe men's mask, and it's an LED face mask. I use it for, a 10-minute timer on its own, and I use it every other day. I've been using it every other day, roughly 2 months, and I really like it. I feel like I've gotten a lot of benefit to it. Talked about it a little bit more in my last video, so I don't want to totally repeat everything, but you use it like this. I mean, you like strap it onto your head, and then another thing that I've been doing too is, and I don't have any, well, for the second part at least, I don't have any like chains on or anything when I do this, but they have one for your neck, okay? Like they have one for your neck, just the regular version, not the men's version. And when you put this on, like I do notice that like some of the lights do get on my neck. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting some benefit from it. But what I do, I'm not telling you to do this, but one thing that I do, I've heard of other people doing things similar, is I will put it like, I feel like it looks like I'm in the hospital or something. I will kind of put it like this, kind of try to get under the chin a little bit too. And anyway, I'm not telling you to do that because I don't think technically it's like approved to use it that way, but that's what I do. The one that you can buy for your neck, it doesn't have like something for under the chin. It's just like, strictly around here. But anyway, so that's kind of what I've been doing, and I really like it. I have noticed a benefit from it. I plan to continue using it. Like if something happened and I needed another one, I would definitely get another one because I have noticed a benefit. Another thing that kind of goes with this, or kind of goes with that, is this. So this is the NuFace Mini. I have taken it out of the box and used it. I just store it. I store my stuff like in the box that it comes in sometimes. So this right here, I've used this. It was a little bit of a learning curve for me to get used to using it. I won't go into the whole, I don't want to do like a tutorial on it because I'm still learning it, right? I'm still learning it, but apparently you're not supposed to use it on your thyroid, like on the middle of your neck. So I'm kind of paranoid. I don't have it turned on now, but like I don't use it there because I'm like, I know you don't want to mess with your thyroid. I know there's like all kinds of bad things that'll happen if you mess with your thyroid, but I do kind of use it. Like I try to stay far away from here. I see people doing it and I feel like I see them getting close. I'm like, bro, I'm sure you want to get that close, but I use it on my neck. I feel like I just try to stay away from that middle part. I have used it like under my chin a little bit, and I'm trying to be, I feel like that's even kind of close, but I have kind of done that. And then the app has different tutorials. I feel like the tutorials are simple enough, like they're not super hard, but I kind of feel like I have to just kind of feel it out for myself, and that's when I use it that's when it works best. I kind of use the tutorials as a guide. So I've been using this. This might be too much, but I've been using it for about 15 minutes a day, roughly. I just do that, and yeah. I do feel electric shock sometimes when I use it on my neck, which freaks me out a little bit. I wouldn't necessarily say that it hurts. I'm just like, is it supposed to be doing that? Is something worse gonna happen in the future? You know what I mean? Like something unknown now. So I'm trying to I want to use it because I think there's a benefit from it. But I am like, okay, what exactly? Anyway, even sometimes on my forehead, I can really feel it zing. It's like gross to say, like, it's not gross, but I can really feel like, oh wow, I don't know if I should feel that much electric, but like up here, I think they said don't use it on your temples. I think they talk about taking it up to the hairline, but maybe I don't know. Okay, maybe I use it up too high, so, can't do that. But I do use it on my forehead. I try to use it like in this middle area too, because like I've never done Botox or anything like that. Like as far as injections go, I've never done Botox or fillers, and although I like the look of them sometimes, I kind of don't want to, because my theory is, which there's a lot of people who I know who get Botox and they look great, so it might be fine for some people, but my theory is I don't want the muscle to atrophy. Like if I wouldn't want to get Botox like in my bicep, because I'm like, okay, I don't want my bicep to like fall. I want that to be like as muscle as possible. So I kind of feel like that for the face too. And I'm like, I get the theory, because then you're not like using the muscles and creating a wrinkle. But anyway, if I ever had to get Botox, which I'm not against it, but I wouldn't, I would be tempted to do the 11s, because that is like one thing that I have noticed. Even when I think my face is relaxed, I'll see pictures of me and I do, kind of have like some pronunciation here. So I do kind of use it in that area and then take it up. And then I kind of use it like middle of the face. I try to fill out any hollows in my face. I don't know if that's, I actually feel like it does help a little bit. I've only used it not even a week, but the changes are subtle, but I do think that there is something to this. And this is one of those things that you use it once, but you're gonna notice, you have to use it more than once, but you're gonna notice more benefit after you've been using it for some time. So I'm still in the process of being consistent with it. So anyway, so this, I like it. I do plan to continue to use it. Right now I'm using it every day. Maybe I'll like skip one day a week or something, but anyway, so that's kind of my routine with it. It also comes with some activator gels, because you want to use it you want your skin to be clean and dry, and then once your skin's dry, you want to put the activator gels on your skin before you start using this. So that's what I've been doing. I haven't used this one yet. Apparently this is like something you can use on your own, but this is the activator gel that I've been using. I see a bunch of people using like other brands or whatnot. I even saw one lady, I think she used aloe vera, I believe it was. So I have this, it came with it, so I have that, so I use it. And then after I'm done using it, this is one thing that I haven't heard anyone talk about, is I'm like, well, do I just leave the activator gel on my face? Like, is it like a moisturizer? Does it like dissolve enough or whatnot? But I wanted to wash it off, but this is my routine. Okay, so we're gonna back up. So I use this after I shower. I get out of the shower, dry myself off, and then before I do any of my skincare, I dry my face, put the activator gel on, and start the NuFace process, right? So that's kind of the way that I have been using it. But when I'm in the shower, these are I only use one at a time. They're all kind of the same, but they're just a little different. These are my skin cleansers, okay? I've been using Neutrogena, and I always get these. These have 2% salicylic acid, which is an acne treatment, and that's helped my skin pretty well. So I don't really have a huge problem with acne, but I use this because I don't want that problem. I don't want any problem to resurface. So anyway, so this is one that I use, okay? Daily scrub. These are all scrubs, like they're all scrubs. This is another one, pink grapefruit foaming scrub. Again, 2% salicylic acid. So to me, they're all kind of very similar. So I use them interchangeably. And then this, acne stress control, 2% salicylic acid. I'm sure they do have other different ingredients, but it's kind of fun because that's kind of a good way to use the same cleanser. But then like if I get bored using one, I just have all three of them in my shower. I can use a different one. So when I travel, I just take one at a time or put one in the travel container. But anyway, because sometimes when using multiple products, one thing that someone told me, and this has always stuck in my mind, and I think that there's a lot of truth to this, is sometimes when you start using a new product, your skin is more likely to break out, not because the product's bad, or not even because the product's bad for your skin, but just because it takes your skin some time to adapt and get used to it. So I feel like to use something and really reap a benefit of it and see how you like it, you have to give it time. But a lot of people probably use it for a little bit and their skin breaks out, they think the product's bad, and they count it out and just use whatever they were using before. So this is a good way to kind of mix up my product usage, but something different anyway. I did buy, that being said, I did get a new product. So because I use these in the shower, okay, they're like my, they're scrubs. They're like, make me feel really clean. Because I use that in the shower, and because I have been using the NuFace and I use activator gel and I want to rinse it off, I'm like, okay, well, I don't necessarily want to re-scrub my skin because I don't necessarily like need that to just get the activator gel off. So I got this. This is Cetaphil. I used this before. Like, I think I started using it when I was in high school. It was on one of those like TV shows where I think it was actually like VH1 or MTV, where they were talking about like, my top 10 or top 100 products or something like that. And this was on one of them. So this is just a gentle skin cleanser. I would need something more on a daily basis, but since I have just cleansed my skin and I'm using this purely just to get the activator gel off, I really like it. I just have it right by my bathroom sink, hand soap, and then I have this, and then I just use this right after I use a NuFace and then wash my face off, and then I can do my other skincare. I think what I do my NuFace first. Like I said, I just got the NuFace, but I would do the NuFace first, wash it off with this, and then before I do my skincare, then I do this on the days that I use this mask. So that's kind of what I should probably sit that not facing down so it doesn't get lint on it. But anyway, so that is that. And then as far as skincare goes, I think I have talked to you guys that I do plan to start implementing retinol in the near future. I'm just waiting for a certain event to come and go before I start using it, because retinol will make your skin look worse before it makes it look better. So I'm trying to be strategic with the way that I plan it out. I probably could have started using it a few weeks ago, but I wasn't sure how things were going to play out. But now I'm like, okay, let me wait till this thing is done and then I'll start using retinol. So in the meantime, and well, even after I start using retinol, I'll use this. This just came in again. I get this all the time. I have some. I just ordered a new one because I was running out. This is the Nivea Men's Face. I use it as face cream. It's face, body, and hands. I've been using this for years. I really like it. My skin has done really well with it. And then what I've been doing, which I think this helps out, is I take a little bit of castor oil. Okay, this is a bottle, my last bottle that I purchased. Take a little bit of castor oil, and I keep like, this jar is empty, but I put like some in one of these jars with a dropper, just because that makes it pretty easy to use. And then I will put I'll put the moisturizer I'm going to use, and I'm pretty like, I use a decent amount of this, I'm not like skimpy with it or anything. And then I'll put maybe 10 drops or so, sometimes a little bit more, sometimes a little bit less, in with the moisturizer. And then I will use that as like my, I put it on like my chest a little bit too. I use that as my skincare. I mean, I put it on the back of my neck, so that's my skincare. And then what else do I have to show you guys? All right, this is a little random, so I'm gonna get it over with and I'll go to some other things that I've been talking about. So this is kind of random, but I like it. I'm like, I think it's just kind of nice. It's pretty, if I can say that. It's like pretty. So this right here, okay, I have this sitting on my kitchen counter, or I'm holding it now, but you know what I mean. I set this on my kitchen counter, and it's nice. It's from TJ Maxx, actually. This water, the metal part, the water pitcher or whatever. And I really like it. I like it. Like, it's one of those things that I see and I'm just like, I just like it. Like, I know I'm not trying to like make it super deep or anything, but it's like you see a lot of stuff at the store and you're just like, eh. But I don't know, I just liked it. And it just looks nice. And then I got this dry lavender. This is dried lavender, and I just got it from Amazon to put in. I think it looks really pretty, actually. I think that actually looks really pretty because it's the gold and then the the lavender color, so there's that contrast, you know, they're on opposite ends of the color wheel, so they complement each other. So I really like it. It just makes me happy. And I've been into like dried flowers, or, you know, like dried stuff like this, because I like fresh plants, like I like living plants, but the thing is, you know, it's like flowers die, and then I always feel like I never want to throw them away, so that's always like just kind of a gross feeling when it comes to that time happening. Not that that's not part of the cycle, but anyway. And then this is just a way, it's very low maintenance, but it's still something real. Like, it's not plastic, it's something real. So I've been into like dried plants for that reason. So anyway, so that's kind of random, so I just thought I would show that now. And then this, I actually, the NuFace comes with a charger. Like, this is how you charge the NuFace, okay? You just, you know, plug this part into the NuFace, and then I have like an Apple, I guess it's okay to use these, you know, I don't know. But anyway, so I just plugged, this is my own, and then yeah, so that's how you charge it. All right, so I've talked about this in, throw that there. All right, I've talked about this in my last vlog where I was in the car. I want a new vacuum. I'm not gonna do a demonstration right now or anything like that, but anyway, this might be kind of hard to show, but let me try. So this vacuum right here, can you see it? Okay, anyway, all right, it's like hard to show, but I really like that vacuum. So if you watched my last video where you heard me talking about the vacuum, I really like it a lot. My vacuum that I had been using before was this is the thing, it's like, I think you underestimate the power of like having a good vacuum, because I had a vacuum before and it worked, it stopped to work less and less and less, but it's like, this is the thing, like it would work, it would do the job, but it just wasn't really good at doing the job. Like, I would vacuum certain areas, especially like carpeted areas, because I buy a lot of like big area rugs, and some of them are like kind of the polyester, where it kind of is almost like a faux fur, not like a shag rug, but like it's just kind of a, you step on it and it's plush. But the thing is, those can get, as nice as they are when they're new, they can get matted down, then there's like, you know, dirt and like grime and all lint and stuff that gets trapped in them. So it's like, as nice as they felt when they're new, they get even more gross the more they wear. So I do kind of swap those out, you know, every so often. But anyway, so why was I saying that? But yeah, it's like, I feel like I would walk on the rug and there would always be like bits and pieces of stuff in the rug, like after I got done vacuuming, and you know, I went over the same spots several times. So anyway, I'm so glad I got a new vacuum. This one was not super expensive. It's the Bissell Clean View Swivel Pet Reach. That's what it says on the front of it, and I really like it. Like, I'm actually looking forward to vacuuming. And my house, like, or my apartment, it feels so much cleaner. It's not like I never vacuumed before, but whenever I did vacuum, it would help, but it wasn't like doing that good of a job. So it almost feels like, even though I had been vacuuming, after I use this, it just, and I'm sure other vacuums would have the same effect, but I'm excited about this one. I don't care if that sounds like, oh my gosh, get a life. It is what it is. I did like a rough vacuum of most of my apartment just because I was like looking forward to it, and it makes such a difference. I just feel like my apartment is so much cleaner, even though I didn't really clean anything else up any more than what I would usually do. I didn't wipe stuff down or anything. It's just having the floors done just makes it feel like, I'm like, wow, this actually feels noticeably better. So anyway, so I really like that a lot. It picked up a lot of hair and stuff too. So anyway, last thing I have to show you guys, last but definitely not least, let me take a drink of water real quick. Drink of water. I feel like I drank that really like loud and gulpy. All right. Some of you may have heard of block therapy. If you haven't, I'll tell you a little bit about it. I'm not the expert yet, but I am learning a lot about it actually. And it sounds, when I heard block therapy, I thought of like a kid playing with blocks. I'm like, oh, it's like, you know, like you're stacking blocks. I'm like, what? But no, it's something different. So anyway, this right here, it smells really good. It smells very, I want to say earthy, but I don't know if that's the best way to describe it. It smells good. It smells like, I want to say fresh cut wood, because it is kind of, I guess, fresh cut wood, but not exactly in the way you would think when you think of fresh cut wood. It smells like very, so good. It just smells healthy. This, I don't, it's not about the smell, but for me, I'm just like, I don't know, it smells very like healing and organic, and just like, this is what I want in my life. So anyway, so this is a block and it has rounded edges, and they have a YouTube channel. Block Therapy has a YouTube channel. The founder is Deanna, and then her nephew Quinn is the senior vice president, or I don't know, I'm bad at like, one thing about me is I am genuinely bad at like titles and like understanding, just even in general, even if it's the place that I'm working at, my brain just, I hear titles, but it doesn't like, I should understand more of what they mean probably than what I do. But anyway, it's just, I'm not like, my brain just, anyway, doesn't like focus on that much. I mean, I could figure, if I needed to, I could like study it and like, oh, okay, I get why they call him that and, you know, her that, well, you know, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, so basically, without going into a whole big thing about block therapy, we have fascia, okay? We have fascia in our body. Everyone has it. It's like we have skin, we have bones, we have muscles, we have blood, we have fascia. We have more than just that, but you know, fascia is kind of overlooked. Like if someone cuts themselves, okay, you might think, okay, their skin's gonna get cut, and then if their muscle gets cut, you know, you'll see the muscle, and then if it goes down to the bone, you'll see the bone. But fascia is a connective tissue that runs all throughout our body. It's all interconnected. There's not really a stopping point or a starting point. It's all interconnected. And the ironic thing is, okay, you could have a problem with the fascia on your feet, and that could impact something on your face. You could have an issue with the fascia in your back, and that could impact something on your shoulder on the opposite side. Like it's all interconnected. And so sometimes what people are finding is you might have one issue, but that's a pain site, but there's a separate cause site where anyway, fascia should be, don't quote me on this is just my current understanding, okay? It should be a very smooth, fluid, easy flowing, I mean, it's like, it's not liquid, you know, but it kind of looks like a spider web. It kind of looks like a spider web if you like look at it under a microscope. But what can happen, let's say I always lean, because like people are usually dominant on one side, and so you might be like leaning this way, okay? You just, you know, maybe what you do for work, you're naturally leaning this way. Well, in order for your body to compensate so that you don't fall over, so that you don't like totally fall over, your fascia, along with other things, but your fascia on the opposite side kind of has to grip you a little bit. So this fascia is working a little bit harder, whereas this fascia, you know, maybe isn't doing the same thing on this opposite side. And so when you come back up, you're still going to have issues, all right? And the goal is to work towards symmetry, like with everything in life. Like the goal is to work towards symmetry, even though we will never on this side of in this life achieve that. It's like the goal is to work towards that, because the more and more further you can get along to it, the better you are going to get. So anyway, block therapy is a tool to help release fascia in certain areas. Like, you ever get like a massage and you can feel like, this is how I think of it, okay? You ever get a massage and maybe it's like or even yourself, like I'll do this on my own self. Like I take one of these right here. This is a gua sha, okay? Like a gua sha stone. I'll do kind of the same thing with some of these. Like if I have an issue in my back or whatnot, I will press and I will feel pain. It'll feel good. It'll be like a good pain. I'll like press and hold, you know, I'll do that on my back. I'll do that on my neck sometimes. I'll do it. I mean, you do this on your face, you know, but a lot of what's happening is the fascia at one time was like compressed and it was like kind of glued together and stuck together, and then this helps release it so that it can be more fluid. And you know, you can do something in your back and it can even help your face look better. There's the story of this one guy who, he primarily, from what I understand, okay, he primarily worked on his feet. He would like stand on the block and he would work on his feet with the fascia on his feet and on his legs or whatnot. His face actually changed. Like there were changes in his face, and you're thinking, okay, his feet are literally the furthest thing away in his body from his face, but yet, because everything's so interconnected, it made an impact. And so I'm really looking forward to get starting on this. I bought the starter program, and it takes a little bit for the block to come in. You buy the starter program or whatever program you buy, but if you don't have a block yet, you know, you get access to the courses online right away. At least this is how the one that I have works. You know, you get access to the courses online, but then it took like a few weeks or a month or so for the block to come in. And I think what is happening with block therapy is they're getting bigger and bigger. So I think they're growing a lot, which is awesome. And I feel like from what I think now, like I even got a notice that this was going to be delivered a little bit late. So I think that's actually a good thing. Like the demand, you know, they have the supply, but then the demand is becoming so great because people are realizing the value of it. So anyway, but I started to watch the videos now. Like I started to watch them last night. And okay, what am I doing so that I can start on block therapy? But yeah, so I'm looking forward to really getting into this. And then I even I was kind of playing around with it a little bit last night because it came in on Thursday. Today's Saturday, and so I was like playing with it a little bit last night. And I had it flat on the ground, and I was standing on it like with my feet, and I was really like feeling it like a lot more than I expected. And this is the thing, like I kind of am like, well, I don't wear shoes that are like bad for my feet. I'm like pretty mindful not to wear shoes that like cram in, you know, my feet or whatever. So I'm like thinking, okay, I probably have pretty good like foot health or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, I'm probably just good in that area, you know, like my feet are actually a little bit wider, which is good because I purposely don't wear shoes that like cram in, you know. And so I'm thinking I'm like ahead of the game. But even with that being said, I was stepping on, I'm like, oh wow, I can like feel this. And it did hurt, or I shouldn't say it like that. There was pain, but it was like a good pain. I'm like, okay, I feel like I need to do this. It was like a good pain. But then there were times where if I did it too much pressure in one area, I'm like, okay, I can't, that's getting a little bit more than I can do right now. So let me back off. But that's part of it, is you kind of like, your body does so much at one time. And anyway, so block therapy, I have this. This is the Block Buddy, okay, which is like the standard one. There's another one that's called the Block Baby, which is a smaller version of this. They were sold out. I would have bought the course where you got the Block Buddy and the Block Baby, except that was sold out. So I thought, well, let me start with the Block Buddy. But I do want to get the Block Baby, which is, I feel like silly saying that, but I do want to get the Block Baby because it's like a smaller version. And the thing is, like, even on the website, they say, okay, if you're 5'10" or 5'7" or 5'5" and above, or, you know, I could have that wrong, the Block Buddy is recommended. And if you're shorter, you know, after, you know, beyond shorter than a certain height, then the Block Baby is recommended. But even people who are like my height or, you know, taller or whatnot, sometimes using the Block Baby is good because since it is smaller, you can really target areas a little bit more specifically. So I do want to get the Block Baby. I looked on Amazon to see if there were any like comparable alternatives. There might have been some, but as simple as the tool as this may seem, I actually feel like this is just like, I feel like this is kind of the best on the market. As simple as it is, this is like the best version. You would think there would be a lot more like duplicates. Maybe there will be, but anyway. So also, because this is made out of, I don't know what kind of wood this is. I don't know if it's bamboo or what, but like they use certain kind of woods, and because they're a very similar density to the bones in your body. So you want to release the fascia down to the bone. Don't quote me on that because there's might be more technical way to say it, but it's like, anyway, so that is what I have for you guys today. thank you so much for watching, and I will look forward to seeing you guys in my next video. Till next time.